Hey, what is going on, guys? It seems like every other month now, or maybe even every month, I hear some kind of rumor or speculation about Kyalami coming to the F1 calendar to host the South African GP, bring a Grand Prix event to South Africa, and I guess truly make Formula One a world championship. I really want to see a race in Africa. I think it's a super underrepresented territory on the global stage all around. I think a Formula One GP could be a great way to help that. However, is Kyalami the best place to go? That's what we're going to be finding out in today's video. With the power of sim racing, we're going to do a 10-lap race around here in the RSS Formula Hybrid 2022 to see if this would actually be a good race, and also tell you a bit of facts about the last South African GP, as well as the current track and some of the things that are going to need to take place if it does actually want to come onto the calendar. So without further ado, let's hop right into this. So here we are on the grid at Kyalami. Very tight grid spacing. Definitely wouldn't be like this in real life. But it's lights out and away we go. I also tried to assemble a more realistic qualifying order. So we are in amongst the midfield as an Alfa Romeo would be. Quite a run down to turn one. So definitely some chances for some moves into there as the Aston Martin just acts like I don't exist. That's always nice. Alright, we're racing him here. We're probably going to have to concede. Take the shorter line around the outside. Question mark. That's actually kind of the preferred line around here, I've noticed. Follow the train through here. One of my favorite corners. Just a little flick. And on the brakes. Through the final corner. Really difficult to get the power down. Going uphill. But crucial to get it down as soon as you can for the massive straight, the longest of the track. And yeah, that is the first lap around Kyalami. That is what we are in for. So maybe you know, maybe you don't know, but when, not if, when this race does eventually happen, it will not be South Africa's first, nor it will be Kyalami's first. In fact, both South Africa and Kyalami have hosted numerous GPs together. The last one taking place in 1993, and man, P1 and 2 just sums up the times absolutely perfectly. Alain Prost in P1 and Ayrton Senna in P2. What else can you ask for? Looking at that and looking how bountiful of a stint that Kyalami had with F1, a ton of GPs. You're probably thinking that, you know, maybe it was just money that ended it. You know, maybe it added this sunshine and rainbows time on the grid, but that is not the case. South Africa still to this day has a ton of discrimination, as well as just race inequalities as a whole. The government and the people have made strides, massive strides to fix it throughout the years, throughout the decades, and it has gotten a lot better. But it sadly is still there. You could still see it if you travel to certain places in South Africa. And especially during the 70s and 80s, it was really bad. I'm not going to delve much into it because, first of all, it's not my realm of experience or place to talk. But if you want to know more about it, look up F1 Apartheid. Or you can look up F1 Apartheid, South Africa, Kyalami, whatever you want. And you'll get a ton of information on it. But it was definitely not sunshine and rainbows the whole time. But a lot's changed since 1993, and I do think that Kyalami in Africa more than deserve an F1 race, and whether you like it or not, Kyalami is the only place that it's going to happen, at least for the foreseeable future. The only other option would be maybe like a street circuit in Cape Town or some other big tourist town in South Africa. But I don't think that would be fantastic. There is no way in hell they're going to build a whole new purpose-built circuit when they have Kyalami. So this is going to be the best place it's going to be. And not really many other African countries have the infrastructure or the money to play with Formula One. So if all we got is Kyalami, then what you're seeing right now is all we got. And you are noticing something probably very interesting besides the Alpine doing whatever just happened. But yeah, it's hard to overtake, and that's because this circuit kind of is full of F1's Achilles heel, and that's tight, fast, sweeping corners. Very fun to drive, but not great for racing. And I do think that this race in real life, even with the new 2022 cars, would be quite a procession. The circuit is 4.5 kilometers long, and its main event that it hosts, if you're a GT fan, then you definitely know it, is the Kyalami 9-hour, and it's a pretty good race. This circuit does suit GT3s well. If you want to try it for yourself, of course, it's in Assetto Corsa Competizione. But I feel that the circuit is just too fast for Formula 1. But not all hope is lost. See, this circuit is currently FIA Grade 2, and you need to be an FIA Grade 1 circuit to host an F1 race. While the jump from Grade 2 to Grade 1 doesn't look like much on paper, it costs a boatload of cash, and significant changes would be made to Kyalami, definitely in terms of infrastructure. But I could definitely imagine F1 giving Kyalami a fee discount to race in F1, at least for a while, and we could see some circuit changes. Now, of course, we all know who would be doing them, and I have zero hope at that point, but say in an alternate universe Chilka keeps his grubby hands off of Kyalami, we could see some quite cool changes to the circuit that would hopefully make it more F1 suitable for overtaking. I think the main thing this circuit needs is just some tighter corners, maybe like this past hairpin, for example. Just tighten it up. Could make it a bit more of an overtaking zone if you were following around the outside during that sweeping S section. Now, right up here there is a cliff, so they can't do much in terms of this final sector, but maybe just sharpening some of the turns around the beginning of Sector 3 could definitely help. Places I definitely don't want to see changed, though, even if they're not fantastic for overtaking, is this turn right here. Going to be absolutely amazing to watch. It's not flat out, you have to lift, and you gotta have maximum commitment. And the other one, even though it's not great for overtaking, is this little S section right here. So fun to drive in these high downforce cars. But there is quite a bit of open space. We're not relegated to city streets. We do have a lot of these fields around. So I think there is some stuff that could be done to make this a little bit better for overtaking. And with a little bit of tender love, I think that Kyalami could become not only a great circuit for Formula 1, an even better circuit for GT cars, and of course, the boost to South Africa's economy could indirectly help, directly and indirectly help, some of the wealth disparities in South Africa. It's definitely going to take a lot to get Kyalami onto the schedule, though. They're definitely going to need a big financial backer, whether it's a big company or what. They're going to need some help because they just can't afford it on its own. No circuit can really afford F1 on its own. Look at what's going on with Spa right now. But overall, I would definitely be interested to see what Kyalami could offer. And even if we did keep this exact layout, I don't think I would mind. It wouldn't be the best for overtaking, but man, would qualifying be absolutely amazing to watch. And just having a race in general in South Africa, and the African continent as a whole, I think is a great decision and a move Formula 1 needs to make. But here we go, coming to the final turn here. Last minute move on maybe both the Red Bull. Oh shit. Move out of the way for the AI. That's 2 races now, 2 videos in a row that we've botched on the final lap and the final turn. But that was just a fun little thought experiment. Of course, I truly don't think that this represents what it would really be like. Assetto Corsa AI aren't the smartest in the world, and I'm definitely no Formula 1 driver. But it is a little bit of a hint of what we could see if we did keep this exact layout. So yeah, what do you think about F1 at Kyalami? Tell me in the comments below maybe what circuit changes you want to see before it gets added to the calendar, or do you just want it to get added into the calendar regardless? Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, a like and a sub would mean a lot. Thank you for all of the support recently as well. I hope you guys are enjoying the more entertainment-based content. I know I'm certainly having a lot more fun recording it. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one, guys.